If Heathrow shocked me, my first 2 days in London were even crazier. From figuring out the tube, to my first ever Tesco Meal Deal, to talking about the weather with strangers, my first 48 hours were full of culture shocks. Let me show you what really happened. Welcome back to Dan's Adventure. If you're new here, I share my journey through life, culture, and travel, starting with my first days in the UK. So hit subscribe if you want to follow along. One of the first things I did when I got into central London was look for food. I was starving after the flight. Everyone had told me about these meal deals, so I grabbed one from Tesco, a sandwich, crisps, and a drink. The price? Around £4. At first I thought, wow, that's expensive. But then I realized, in London terms, that's actually cheap. Still, paying £4 for a pre-packed sandwich was a shock. Next came the real challenge, figuring out the London Underground. My very first ride was at rush hour, mistake. The tube is fast, efficient, but also overwhelming. Everyone moves so quickly, no eye contact, just business. Hearing, "Mind the gap," felt iconic though, like I'd really arrived in London. Later I jumped on a red double-decker bus and sat on the top deck. Honestly, that was a childhood dream come true. But then when I saw how much transport costs can add up, I realized London isn't cheap to get around. The weather hit me straight away. In the same day I experienced sunshine, clouds, and rain, all within a few hours. And the funniest part, people immediately wanted to talk about it. My Airbnb host asked me about the weather, the cashier at Tesco joked about it, even someone in the lift said, "Well, at least it's not raining yet." That was when I realized, weather really is the #1 conversation starter here. Another shock, the way people say, sorry. On my first day, I accidentally bumped someone on Oxford Street, but before I could apologize, they said sorry to me. Even on the tube, someone brushed past and said, sorry, at least 3 times. It's polite, but also kind of funny. At the same time, people on public transport avoid small talk. Polite, but private, very different from what I'm used to. Looking back at my first 48 hours, it wasn't just Heathrow that shocked me, it was everyday London life. From grabbing a meal deal, to getting lost on the tube, to laughing about the weather with strangers, these little experiences made me realize how unique British culture is. Thanks for watching Dan's Adventure. If you enjoyed this and want to see more of my journey, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like. Next time, I'll be trying some classic British food for the very first time, and trust me, you don't want to miss that.